So, dear participants, first of all, I would like to wish you an happy new year, a new year that I wish better, of course, and I hope it won't be too difficult than the last one. Before giving the floor to our guest speaker, Father Denis Schneider, who I warmly thank for being with us, let me tell you a few words about IFCU and our webinar program, Academic Catholic Identities. At first, IFCU. I would like to remind you that in this period of uncertainties and so many risks, we have launched more than 1 year ago a collaborative platform. This platform allows you to cooperate directly, to share your experiences, to respond more easily to call for projects, and so on. I think definitively that it's a real tool that our universities need for going on their internationalization process despite the present crisis. I would like also to remind you that we have launched our framework Laudato Si about the social responsibility of universities, of Catholic universities. We can already read some articles now that underline the fact that the COVID crisis shows that rankings aren't the alpha and omega for assessing a university. The capacity of a higher education institution to accompany students, administrative staff, to help professors for digital teaching, but also for helping all the people to face loneliness, solitude, is probably as important as the capacity of research and the level of publications. So the framework can help you to measure your resilience, crisis management ability, and is probably also, if you do this process of self-assessment, a good tool for communication. Just a word about our webinar on Catholic identities. As you know, IFCU has several missions. One of them, of course, is to think and to promote our Catholic identity, our Catholic identities. In a few years, we will celebrate our first centenary, and no doubt that it will be the opportunity to focus our attention on this topic. Meanwhile, at Boston College, in 2022, we will organize our General Assembly, our next General Assembly, whose theme is about Catholic traditions and disruptions, and more precisely, the title is Legacy and Transformation in a World of Change, Catholic Higher Education and the Future. What does it mean? In fact, we will try to articulate at the same time the treasure that our traditions, which are rich experiences, represents, and understand what new challenges we face and how we can respond to them. And our webinar is one of the ways we choose for preparing our General Assembly and for mobilizing our members on this topic. I would like to end by telling you perhaps two anecdotes. A few years ago, in fact, more than 2 decades, I was the Dean of Canonical Faculty of Social Sciences. And with my other colleagues of canonical faculties of the university, I had to go once a year to the Vatican for visiting the congregation. And I must recognize that at this time, it was perhaps more an obligation, a duty, than a pleasure. When we met, there was in one hand the official documents and norms, in the other, our realizations activities. And the meeting was a kind of compliance process. Second anecdote. Since 2016, we organize some training sessions in Rome for managerial staff universities. And we take the opportunity of these trainings for visiting the Congregation of Catholic Education. Generally, we are welcomed by Father Zani, the General Secretary of the Congregation, and it's always a pleasure to meet him, to discuss with him. And each time we meet, there is always someone in your delegation, university president, who asks, "Sorry, Father, may I ask you a question? Could you tell us what is, according to you, a Catholic university?" And the answer is always the same. At first, Father Zani laughs, and then he says, "If only I could know." And then starts a warm and friendly discussion among us about our experiences, our interpretation, our doubts sometimes, often, and a discussion that is always fruitful for each of us. And having this mood in mind, this mood that I would like to reproduce, we launch this series of webinars. The purpose is to ask to some distinguished scholars how they understand what the Catholic identity is, what they experience, and what they think about this Catholic identity in a foresight approach. So I would like to welcome you for this first edition of Catholic Identities IFCU talk. This webinar will let you have your say on the key issues of the day thanks to the chat. Today's topic is Catholic identity of North American colleges and universities, and we have the pleasure to welcome Father Denis. Denis has an impressive career at the top level, and you have, I suppose, read what we've written on the newsletter. Denis Schneider served as president of DePaul University in Chicago from 2004 to 2017, I think. He's a frequent speaker, consultant, and writer on issues facing colleges and universities. He has served on the boards of the National Association of Independent Colleges and Universities, the American Council on Education, and as you know, he is the president of the SSAU. So Father Denis is going to present the different facets of the Catholic identities of higher education institutions in the United States. Dear Denis, once more, thank you for being always open to collaborate with IFCU. It's a real pleasure to give you the mic. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bonjour, good morning to all. It is an honor to be here. And so Louis, Francois, Nicolas, thank you for your warm welcome always, and all the work that you do for all of us. Thank you for that good work that happens from IFCU. We certainly wish you well in these especially challenging times. And to all of you, it is an honor to be with all of you. I actually smiled because I see many long friends here. Sister Anne Therese from Taiwan is here. Marianne Mount is here. Father Peter Bray is here from Bethlehem. So many of you I've met at IFCU meetings, or you've come to the United States to our meetings with ACCU, or I've had the pleasure of visiting your campuses. And so thank you for taking the time in your very busy lives to come together today. I would like today, if I can, to share with you a large set of experiments that are taking place here in the United States at our Catholic universities, more than 200 of them, as we think about how can we strengthen the Catholic nature of our Catholic university and strengthen our work, especially in light of some very serious challenges we face, especially the secularization of our society. And so what I want to make very clear from the outset is these many experiments are not present on every campus, and no campus could do them all. They exist in various places at various universities around the country, and we are watching them all, and we are trying to learn what works, what does not work, and see if we can learn and try to do better for the future. And so today I am not here to describe my work. I am here to describe the work of my colleagues, the many presidents and many other senior leaders of these Catholic universities across the country. And so it's my honor to tell of their work today. What I would like to do is give you a very short history context so you understand the US context for why this is happening. And then I'm going to give you 16 experiments, and I'm going to go through them rather quickly. And then I'm going to tell you of 4 more that are coming soon. And then I will tell you some of the weaknesses we've already observed in some of these, but also of some of the early success we're seeing. And then I'm going to stop talking and we can do questions and we can talk among ourselves. So I don't come today to tell you that we have the answers. I come to you today to say that we know the challenges and we are trying to find answers to some of those challenges. And today, this is what we are trying. If I gave this talk next year, maybe my list would be different.